Evening, everyone. Hope that everyone is doing great for tonight. And I'm very excited to meeting with you all in this regional product training, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. And tonight we're going to have a time where we can learn from the one of the expertise from Indonesia, product specialist, that will share her knowledge, her experience, and also expertise about what we're going to talk about tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about feeling great. Feel great. Feel great is very important to start the day. It's because these feelings is what goes out from us that comes as a signal of positive energy that we send to the universe. To feel great, it requires two elements, our thoughts and also physical body. And Unicity offer this feel great through their products and programs for you, for us, and for our loved one. Winda Kayanti, our product specialist from Indonesia, will share with us how we can optimize Unicity products and programs for you and for anyone that have different goals and different needs in their life. So, without much further ado, Miss Winday Kayanti, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you, Daniel, and good evening, everyone. So in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to explain about our programs. So Unicity, as you know, we have a feel great programs. And these programs is not only for people who wants to have a specific goals, like I want to focus on work and so on, but actually this program is quite broad. So you can use it for different purpose, for different health and lifestyle goals. Well, I'm going to explain about some key points that Claudia have already explained in the previous session. So just as a refreshment, and for those of you who have never joined the training, so about the Feel Great program itself, it's intermittent fasting program, and in which the fasting program is divided into 16 hours of fasting window and 8 hours of eating window. So during that 16 hours, you cannot take any calories, but you have 8 hours to eat any calories. So for example, when you start your day at 8, you start your breakfast, means that you finish eating, putting any calories in by 4 p.m. 4 in the evening. Basically, fasting is safe and actually it's beneficial too for most people, but there are some who should avoid to fast. They are pregnant women, children, due to their growth process. They're having a growth spurt, so they don't need to fast or have any calorie restriction yet. People with dementia, it usually happens with elderly. People who have immunodeficiencies, people with eating disorders such as anorexia and bulimia, adults or older people who experience weakness. We call it as muscle atrophy. Sometimes they cannot walk on their own. They need help with a stick, or they cannot move their limbs freely and feeling very weak. And people who have traumatic brain injury. What does your body do during the 16 hours fasting window? Your body starts to detox itself. So detoxing means for cleansing. The body system is quite smart. The body has its own cleansing tools, and it happens in the liver with the help of your kidney, and for your oxygen supply, the lungs will work on it, and most of the toxic is processed through the liver. And during that 16 hours, you cannot consume any food or drink that has calories. It has to be 0 calorie or insignificant one. But you should drink water. Water is 0 calorie, and it should not be any addition into the water. So just plain water. During 8 hours window, you can eat any food, any drinks, but I would suggest that you take a healthy food and drinks. So there are no calories restriction. You can eat as much as you like. Also, it means that as needed or in moderation. And there is no timing. So you can eat anytime during that 8 hours window. And it focuses on 2 main meals. So in most time, maybe you will have a big breakfast and big lunch. So on the evening, it will be a small dinner. And you can also have a snack. The options for good snacks such as fruits, dairy products, cheese, yogurt, any milk or milk replacement like the almond milk, oat milk, you can take as well, soy milk too, and biscuits or bread, which are with bread, with base, or using an oat and any additional with seeds, with grains and seeds. So here we go. What does this Feel Great program do for us? For those of you who doesn't have any problems with health and want to maintain general health, it can be used for anti-aging and reducing the disease risks, like the non-communicable disease, usually are the diabetes and cardiovascular or heart disease. And those who already have a nice body composition within the healthy BMI range, have a good fat mass, have a good muscle mass, and doesn't want to change anything, but to still want to maintain their body shape, then also can do the Feel Great program. And still can eat like how you normally eat. And I would still suggest a balanced, nutritious meal and snacking, of course, with a better snacking option. So make sure that you eat within the 8 hours eating window. And that's it. That's for general health maintenance. But how about people who already have some comorbidities? For example, people with diabetes, or people have problem with cholesterol, with fat, too much sugar and too much fat. Still can do the Feel Great program. So with this fasting and with the help of Unicity's product, body will start to detoxify and have better ability to reduce sugar. So it will make a better insulin sensitivity. Insulin is a kind of hormone that helps with lowering the blood sugar level in our body. It is naturally produced in our body, but for some people who have diabetes or pre-diabetes, the insulin production is disrupted. So it's impaired, and sometimes it can cause the raise of blood sugar level into abnormal numbers. So people with high blood pressure or with cholesterol, high triglyceride, high LDL, and so on, it's suggested or it's advised to join and to try the Feel Great program. Okay, so when doing this program, the Feel Great program, still also need to pay attention. Although you have 8 hours eating window and there is no calorie restriction, but still need to limit the sugar food, the high fat, and any kind of food with high salt, high MSG food. And also can be followed by people who want to have some weight loss, want to slim down. Yeah. Okay. During that 8 hours window, should pay attention to the type of food you are consuming. Of course, low calorie, lower carbs, and lower sugar, and lower fat, especially the unsaturated fat food, is desirable. And food should be high in protein, nutritious, also contain some fibers, and that way it will help you with building more muscles, lowering the total fat content, and you will take less calories but still feeling full. Yeah, it can regulate better the hunger and satiety. Okay, so need to be mindful in healthy eating. Healthy eating means eating a balanced and nutritious food. It's not fast food. So when you eat healthily, it means that you have around 50% of your food is from carbs. Carbs can you get from the noodles, rice, pasta, bread, and carbs also comes from your fruits and vegetables intake. So make sure that you have lots of fruits and vegetables, and must contain around 25% of protein and some healthy fats. Okay. Pay attention to the food portion, how much food you eat and how many times you eat a day, whether you prefer to eat two main meals, two big meals in one go during that 8 hours, or you prefer to separate into smaller meals each time. But it's okay to snack, but choose the snack wisely. Don't munch on any kinds of empty calorie foods. What are those empty calorie food? They are such as chips, the crispy chips. They are high in fat but low in nutrients. So mostly just fat and carbs, but low in protein, low in vitamins, minerals that actually we need those nutrients for our body, but it gives just too much calories intake. And pay attention to the food preps. It is suggested for people who wants to have weight loss to have a meal prep. So for example, it's good to prep your meal a week ahead, Monday to Friday or Saturday. Have some food in portions. Make sure that you divide this food into protein source, have some vegetables on it and some carbs on it, and then just pack some extras for the as a snack. So you know in the beginning that how much food you should eat. Okay, still snack wisely. And however, some people undergo some side effects sometimes. The side effects of fasting are usually cravings or hunger. When you already get used to eat fatty food, sugary food, when you start reducing the intake, your brain will start screaming, telling you to eat more fat and more sugar because they are actually addictive. So lesser fat and sugar intake will help you to reduce the addiction. And sometimes for those already who already eat lots of food in each meals, may experience hunger. Lightheaded, it's happened usually because the body have lower blood sugar and there are too much insulin production. People who usually eat lots of sugary foods, when they start reducing the intake, then the body start to produce the same amount of insulin for smaller amount of sugar. So when body lost some sugar or doesn't have enough sugar in their blood, you will feel kind of lightheaded. So it's normal and it happened for several days. But when you continue the fasting, the program, the body will adapt and get used to it. So it's kind of like withdrawal symptoms. People might also have side effect of indigestion, like constipation, diarrhea, bloating, and overproduction of gastric acid. It could happen. Also mood swing. Another side effects of fasting is fatigue. When you fast and the body hasn't been receiving enough calorie, then the body still will feel weak eventually. Dehydration, it could happen. When we fast, we tend to forget to drink because we don't eat, so we forget as well to drink. So this is important. Hydration, drinking 0-calorie water is important because 80% of our body consists of water, and we need this water to dilute stuff, to dilute nutrients, to dilute toxins, to transport things around our body. So it is important to get hydrated, drink water. So for adults, you need actually around 2 to 3 liters a day. Minimal is 2 liters a day. Malnutrition, when fasting is not done properly, people tend to eat less but too little, then malnutrition will happen, especially when the fasting is in prolonged time. Bad breath, it's due to the ketone or acetone production in the body. It will fade as we drink some water and as we eat later on. So it is important to consume well-rounded, nutritious diet, have a nutritious, balanced food, and add with the supplement. Sometimes when what we eat is not necessarily a complete nutrients. We need so many nutrients a day, different kinds of vitamins, different kinds of minerals, and we don't know which kind of vitamin or minerals we are lacking. So adding some supplement, it could help with giving sufficient nutrients for our body, for the metabolism. BIOS Life C and BIOS Life S is part of the field grade program. You can take different BIOS Life C or S four different targets. So for those who have problems with fat or the lipid in their blood, may take the BioC plus. But for those who have problems with sugar like diabetes, may take BIOS Life S. So this is how you optimize the fasting with unicity. You can screenshot this one as well. During the 16 hours fasting, there are no food or no drink, a very low calorie beverage that is Unimate. If you have a gastric problem, you can also reduce to 12 and 12. So 12 hours fasting, 12 hours eating. And later you can increase the fasting time to 16 hours when your body already get used to the fasting. During 8-hour eating window, can eat like normal, no calorie restriction, no timing restriction, and must take BIOS Life C or S before eating meals. And there's a limit to the 16-hour fast. There, processed food is not suggested to take. So processed food example are canned food, sausages. There are processed food. And healthy eating, lots of vegetables are good. Maybe one of the side effects of fasting is like diarrhea or bloating for several days due to our body not get used to eat clean, not get used to eat lots of vegetables. But it's normal. When you continue, your body will start to detoxify, to clean itself. So continue with eating good amount of fibers. Okay. So you don't have any problems with health, but you still want to be healthy, right? Can use this program with some additions. So the essentials are protein. We have complex LC vanilla or LC chocolate. And then another is multivitamin like Daily Purus 24 and Poros Prolina. Fish oil, the omega life 3 or omega 3 resolve. And for immune system, can take probiotic plus and NCGen B plus. So this is for the gut health, for the as a barrier in our gut lining. Okay. With some fasting program, it's usually there we tend to eat less calorie, right? So with calorie restriction, it may cause muscle loss. Muscle eats from protein. So with fasting, it can lower the calorie intake. We need to maintain this intake, this calorie from the protein. So make sure that we have enough protein throughout the day, usually around 60 grams to 80 grams per day of protein. You can get it from a piece of steak, around 200, 300 grams of steak. And with LC, you can get a low calorie meal replacement, but still high in protein, low carbohydrates, and it can also help with provide satiety. So one of the side effects of fasting is hunger. So when you add LC to your diet, then it helps provide with satiety. Another way to prevent muscle loss is exercise. But usually after exercise, we will have pain. It's called DOMS or delayed onset muscle soreness. So the exercise will activate our muscles. Some muscle can be torn or broken, and it will need protein to repair. So protein can help with the regeneration, with giving you strength and more endurance. And quadplex is the best source for replacing the torn or the broken muscle cells. It's better to take quadplex before and after exercise. It is very low in calorie, but high in protein, a very good quality of protein, and low in carbohydrate, low fat as well. It contains some BCAA. It's a form of protein as well, but it's easier to be absorbed by our body, especially to be used by our muscle for cell regeneration. And it has the score of PDCA is 1, which means that it can be absorbed very easily. Next, adding multivitamins. With daily produce 24, it contains different kinds of vitamins, minerals, and also chlorospirulina have complete kind of vitamin minerals that we need for our body. They are all made of natural ingredients, and chlorospirulina comes from marine source antioxidant. The fruit and veggies is itself already have good amount of antioxidants, but from different source of antioxidant, chlorospirulina contain very high quality antioxidants. It helps with preventing cell damages. When we have enough nutrients throughout the day, our body will work better. So it's kind of when you have a calorie as the fuel that burns, this multivitamins help with the processing of the chemical reactions. Sometimes when people fast, also the immune system will goes down. And people who do regular exercise too, when the exercise amount is too, the frequency is too high or the intensity is too high, then we tend to feel fatigue as well, and it can also lower the immune system. So probionic helps with maintaining the immune system. It helps with better digestive, better gut health, better digestion. It provides a good lining to your intestine and improve the bowel function. So it helps repair the microbiome inside our body. Contains different kinds of good bacteria such as lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. It's really, really small in calories, so it's negligible. With enzygen B+, it makes from digestive enzyme and easy to swallow kind of capsule. So in our body, we process everything that we eat with enzymes. When our body does not produce enough enzymes, then the food cannot be digested, the nutrients cannot be extracted, and the body cannot absorb it. So it means that the food just passed through, coming in and out. We don't get the benefits from the healthy food that we eat. So that's why we need enzymes. So enzyme promotes the proper digestion. It helps with maintaining stomach acidity, the gastric acid production, help the body to break down and convert food into nutrients. And next is the fish oil. We still need fish oil, and omega-3 3 is mostly available in our brain. So in order to have a healthy brain, a healthy mental health and physical health, we also need to take care of our brain. It's the center of any comments in our body. So what's so special about our Unicity Omega? It helps with encourage memories, promote the gut health, promote the heart health, support a healthy blood pressure, encourage the hair growth and better skin. It's also support joint health. Okay. So in the fish oil, there are EPA and DHA. This is the omega-3 and omega-3 resolve from UST contain resolvin. Resolvin is a compound that helps with anti-inflammatory. When we compare different kinds of brands of fish oils in the market with Unicity ones, we could find that actually the amount of fish oil are the same, 1,000 milligram, but the content of EPA and DHA are different. The EPA and DHA is what most important for our brain. So Unicity's EPA, Unicity's Omega have the highest amount of EPA and DHA compared to other brands. And resolvins is only can be found in Omega Life 3 Resolve by Unicity. For this product is also beneficial for people who have issues with inflammation, such as arthritis and people with joint problems, people who have problems with like autoimmune. So it helps with regulating the inflammation process. So how to use this Feel Great program to achieve your health goal? There are kind of specific health goal for everyone. And for those already healthy and just want to maintain health, still can do the Feel Great programs. So during 16 hours fasting, take Unimate. And don't forget to drink water. During 8 hours eating window, take Life C or S before meal. Have extra protein intakes with your meal or before and after exercise with quad flex. And support with vitamins and minerals from Daily Produce 24 and chlorospirulina, and provide a better immune system, better protection to your body, especially from your gut, with Omega Life 3, Omega Resolve, Probionic, and Probionic Plus. So you can take these supplements at any time during that 8 hours of eating window. Okay, so that's it. That's all. If you want to screenshot this, you can also keep this as a note. Okay. If there's anyone who wants to ask something or anything about the Feel Great program or about the product, you are welcome to write your questions on the chat box. Okay. Okay, so bioslicing, 7 times more, right? Here it goes. I'll show the. This is actually a trademark, the 7X, Unicity 7X formula, actually a trademark from Unicity, that it means the formula is only available, is only made and developed by Unicity. So there are different kinds of, yes, polysaccharides. The fiber matrix is really special. And okay, if you feel like you want to take Bio 7, then it's also okay. In some area, they don't have Bio 7, but most area, they sell Bio S or C. So the field grade program is promoted using Unimate with the BIOS S or BIOS C. But if you want to take Bio 7, it's also welcome. And it has a similar formula to BIOS C, BLC or BLS. So it's okay to take Bio 7 as well. Is there a time limit on how long we can keep on sticking with the 16/8 intermittent fasting routine? Actually, with this fasting routine, there is no time limit because you still have your a normal calorie intake. It's not like fasting with very minimum calorie. So you can do it as much as you want until you reach your goal, especially for people who need to have a weight loss. Then you can do it until you reach your goal. Okay. Remember that with this intermittent fasting, during 8 hours of eating window, you still need to have enough calorie intake and still need to eat a healthy, balanced, nutritious meal. So basically, it's like a regular eating pattern, but it's healthier and you have a better timing. If you feel hungry during midnight, can you use Unimate? Yes, you can take Unimate. If you during the 16 hours fasting window, and the rest just hydrate. Hunger is the side effects of fasting. It happens because we usually tend to eat meals in a regular pattern. Once we change this pattern, the body needs to adapt. Like the body get used to produce enzyme, get used to produce hormones, get used to produce things. For example, a gastric acid to digest our food at the same time, around the same time when we eat something. But then when we fast, we don't eat or put anything in during that time, but our body still produce this enzyme that we use for eating. So that's why our brain signals that we are hungry, and it will need some adjustment. It will need some time to adapt to all of this. When you already get used to 8 hours eating window and fast for 16 hours, so there won't be no problems with the hunger or cravings. As I said, cravings happen because our brain tend to enjoy sugar and fat, and we tend to eat a lot of sugar and fat. When we start restrict those intake, our brain kind of scream. It has a withdrawal symptoms. It still wants sugar, it still wants fat. So just continue with the fasting and continue with the good diet, and it will eventually gone, the withdrawal symptom. Okay, Enzigen. Let me check. Enzigen B. Okay, the benefit of Enzigen. Okay. So here's the Enzigen is a blend of different kinds of enzyme. It helps with digestion, so digestion of our food. Okay. So for the 7X, it's a trademark. So it's a proprietary blend of different kinds of fiber matrix, and then there are also sterols and also extract of plants, mix of vitamins and minerals that helps with giving you the result to control mostly the sugar, the insulin level, and the reducing the fat like cholesterol, triglyceride, and LDL. So it is a formulation. 7X is the trademark owned by Unicity. Its formulation, it's a combination of different kinds of not only fibers, but other stuff too, other ingredient. So the phytosterol, polycosanol, extract of chrysanthemum, the vitamin B's, vitamins, and minerals like the zinc, the magnesium, the iron, and so on. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Okay. Is it okay to take Enjufinate during the 16 hours fasting? So the principle during 16 hours fasting is very low calorie drink. If the calorie is less than 10 calorie per packet or per sachet, then it is okay to take. So you can read from the packaging how much calorie is per serving. If it's less than 10, then it is okay to take. Unimate fuel, does this product activate insulin release? No, it does not. Unimate fuel has this similar effect to Unimate, but with extra addition of medium chain triglyceride. So it helps also with the burning of fat in our body. So it does not relate with the insulin release. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. So I guess there are no more questions from you. See you again in 2 weeks with Claudia. She will explain more about this Feel Great benefit and how to use this Feel Great program for other health goals. So there are many different health goals. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Good evening and have a good rest.